Barron Trump's unexpected response that left a journalist speechless. Sometimes the best way to counter arrogance is with intelligence. And Barron Trump? He has plenty of it. But what happens when a liberal journalist hungry for controversy tries to humiliate Tiffany Trump at a high-profile gala? He expected an easy takedown. What he didn't expect was Barron Trump's sharp mind and composed response that left the entire room in stunned silence. This wasn't just a viral moment, it was a lesson in intelligence, composure, and the power of truth. Stick around, because this is one showdown you won't want to miss. A night of glamour and unexpected confrontation. The Washington, D.C. Philanthropy Gala was in full swing. The grand ballroom shimmered under the glow of golden chandeliers, and the air buzzed with conversation. Elite guests in designer suits and sparkling gowns mingled, sipping champagne and exchanging pleasantries. Among them stood Tiffany Trump, her presence elegant and poised in a sleek evening gown. By her side, her younger brother Barron Trump, now towering over most of the guests with his 6 feet 7 inches frame. He wasn't the type to seek the spotlight, but tonight he would be needed more than ever because lurking in the crowd was Michael Reynolds. A journalist for the Daily Progressive, Reynolds was known for his aggressive tactics and anti-Trump rhetoric. And tonight he had one goal: to ambush Tiffany Trump with a question designed to embarrass her and make headlines. With a camera crew discreetly positioned, Reynolds saw his chance. He stepped forward, microphone in hand, and with a smug grin he pounced. The setup: a loaded question. "Miss Trump," Reynolds said, loud enough for heads to turn, "can I ask you a quick question about your family's role in social issues?" Tiffany, ever gracious, nodded. "Of course," but before she could prepare herself, Reynolds struck. "Many believe that your family's wealth gives you an unfair advantage in philanthropy. How do you respond to accusations that the Trumps use charity events to boost their public image rather than to actually help others?" The room fell silent. All eyes were on Tiffany. Her smile faltered for just a fraction of a second. And that's when Barron Trump stepped forward. His deep voice cut through the tension with calm precision. "With all due respect," he said, locking eyes with Reynolds, "would you say the same thing about other philanthropists? Or is it just the Trump name that concerns you?" Barron Trump turns the tables. Reynolds smirked. He thought he still had the upper hand. "Well, your family is known for prioritizing wealth and business over social issues. Wouldn't you agree?" The crowd tensed, sensing a confrontation. But Barron, unshaken. Instead of firing back, he calmly reached into his pocket, pulled out his phone, and scrolled briefly. Then, he held it up. "Interesting perspective," Barron said. On the screen, an article from the Daily Progressive itself, showcasing how the Trump family had donated millions to children's hospitals and veteran programs. The crowd murmured in surprise. Barron continued, his voice unwavering. "You see, I believe philanthropy should be measured by the impact it has, not the headlines it creates. Wouldn't you agree?" Reynolds shifted uncomfortably, but he pressed on. "But surely you understand the perception of privilege," he challenged. Barron didn't miss a beat. "Privilege," he said, "is the opportunity to make a difference. What matters is how you use it. My sister has worked tirelessly in law and charity, yet you choose to focus on assumptions rather than facts." The whispers in the crowd grew louder. People were nodding in agreement. And Reynolds? He was losing ground. Reynolds is left speechless. Desperate, the journalist tried one last attack. "But isn't it fair to say your family's wealth shields you from the realities that most Americans face?" Barron's response was swift and sharp. "Challenges come in different forms for everyone, but the key isn't how we compare experiences. It's how we use them to create positive change." The crowd erupted in applause. Tiffany looked at her brother, admiration in her eyes. Reynolds, now visibly flustered, tried one last time. "But your family has faced controversy that overshadows any good deeds." Barron didn't flinch. "Every public figure faces criticism, but what matters is the work being done. Have you looked at the scholarship programs, the veteran support initiatives, the millions donated to health care and education?" Reynolds hesitated. Barron held up his phone again, this time displaying a list of verified statistics on the Trump family's charitable contributions. "Have you considered sharing this side of the story with your readers?" The crowd erupted in whispers. Reynolds tensed. His plan to humiliate Tiffany completely backfired. The moment goes viral. The journalist, now cornered, fumbled with his microphone. I report the news," he muttered. Barron leaned in slightly, his voice still calm but carrying undeniable weight. And does reporting the news include presenting both sides fairly? Or just the side that gets more clicks? The journalist froze. The audience? Firmly in Barron's corner. Even media outlets critical of the Trumps had to admit Barron Trump had won this battle. Meanwhile, Reynolds? His network was now under fire for biased reporting, and within days he had quietly taken a leave of absence. A lesson in composure and truth. Barron Trump's response at the gala was more than just a viral moment. It was a lesson in composure, a lesson in critical thinking, and above all, a lesson in the power of standing up for the truth. If you found this story as powerful as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. Until next time, stay sharp.